You're brushing your teeth, or maybe just clearing your throat, and suddenly you feel it. A small, hard, yellowish-white chunk, about the size of a sesame seed, sitting on the tip of your tongue. Your mind immediately races through the worst possibilities. Within 30 seconds of searching your symptoms, you've convinced yourself you are looking at an aggressive tumor or a sudden rotting infection. These white masses are benign. They lack the rapid cellular growth of a tumor and the inflammatory markers of an acute infection. This object has been part of you for a long time. It is the result of a slow biological process that likely began months or even years before you noticed it. The real source of the mystery is the realization that your own anatomy has been manufacturing this substance, operating entirely in the dark. Your tonsils aren't smooth. They contain deep, narrow tunnels called crypts. As you eat and breathe, food debris and oral bacteria pack tightly at the bottom of these open traps. Layer by layer, this trapped mixture undergoes calcification, hardening into a solid, jagged mass. Medical professionals refer to this hardened structure as a tonsillolith. You probably know it as a tonsil stone. The characteristic odor comes from its composition. It is a concentrated ecosystem of anaerobic bacteria feeding on trapped debris at the base of the crypt. These stones are the inevitable mechanical byproduct of an open, porous biological trap meeting a constant flow of organic debris. Most people never actually spot the stone itself while it's forming. It stays buried entirely within the soft tissue of the throat. The presence of a stone reveals itself through sensory changes, like chronic bad breath that survives brushing, or a persistent metallic taste, and a sharp stabbing earache that occurs even when your doctor confirms your ear is perfectly healthy. Your tonsil and your inner ear share the exact same nerve pathway. When a hidden stone irritates the base of the nerve in your throat, your brain misinterprets the signal, creating false, referred pain at the top of the pathway. Your throat is the irritated site, but your ear screams. The body's warning system misdirects you, masking a throat-based problem with symptoms elsewhere. Because these symptoms can mimic other conditions, you have to distinguish a harmless piece of calcified food from a genuine medical emergency. Tonsil stones typically affect both sides of the mouth. If you see high asymmetry, where only one tonsil is significantly enlarged, your body is signaling a condition that requires a professional assessment today. Temperature is also a key factor. Tonsil stones do not cause a high fever. If you see white patches accompanied by a fever above 38 degrees Celsius, you are likely looking at strep throat or acute tonsillitis. These are active bacterial infections. They require professional antibiotic treatment and simply will not resolve with basic home care. Finally, look at the mobility of the object. If you spot a white mark that is deeply embedded in the tissue, does not move, and resists dislodging over several days, stop touching it. Repeatedly probing a stationary object risks rupturing an underlying ulcer or aggravating an abnormal growth. Any deviation from a movable, fever-free stone shifts the scenario, requiring mandatory medical intervention. If you confirm you are dealing with a standard tonsil stone, the solution is straightforward. Gargling with warm salt water 3 to 4 times a day safely flushes the debris, and switching to an alcohol-free mouthwash prevents the throat from drying out. To prevent future stones, focus on systemic hydration. A chronically dry mouth provides the exact environment anaerobic bacteria need to thrive. Consistent water intake neutralizes that breeding ground. One critical mistake to avoid is the use of toothpicks, cotton swabs, or any sharp objects to pry stones loose. Scraping the tonsil creates microscopic tears in the tissue. As those tears heal, they widen the crypts. Larger crypts catch more debris, which leads to the formation of even larger stones. Finding a tonsil stone is often a sign of an overachieving immune system. Your tonsils are successfully catching pathogens before they enter your body. You are healthy. Your biological filters are simply working overtime. Look at the prompts on the screen. If understanding this process helped you, tap like. Drop your specific symptoms in the comments and subscribe for more hidden health answers. When you understand the logic behind your body's signals, terrifying mysteries transform into predictable, manageable parts of your health.